Hey guys, I'm back with another set of turns here for Demands 5, my LA Statist game. Previously we wrapped up on turn 34. I don't actually remember what's going on because it's been a while, so let's see what's going on with turn 35. So we've hit construction 6. This means lightless lanterns. We didn't really coordinate well with our teammates here, and there's a few other people that are going for construction 6. Next up is evocation. That's for Banefire. Midgaurd is doing some raiding. Do you have a kit? You have a kit. A very, well, I mean, I think fine shields are pretty expensive. Frost brands aren't though. Mistform and Blessing. No air shield, because I guess you don't need that under when fighting in a cave. But yeah. Too bad, so sad. A very efficient thug. These are magic phase attacks too. Like these guys are getting Cloud Trip used in. So this is hard to fight against. Yeah, that's easy. Okay, there's probably too many battles. Yeah, there looks like there's a lot of battles, so I don't think I'm going to try and even go through them. Got some growth, some gems, some blood slaves, staff of corrosion. I'm using the staff of corrosion. Staff of corrosion gives an attack, or a spell. Here we go. Acid bolt. So I just have it on one of my commanders that's just moving troops around. Yeah, so I recall, yes, we have patched peak status here. Our score graph has dipped. Looks like we had something go on here. So we took this province back from Vedheim. That's cool. Definitely a little bit of raiding action going on here underwater. Looks like I'm hoping to use my... So, yes, right. So I had counter raided here in these two provinces from Relay. He had his god here previously, and his god was stationary for an extra turn, so I assumed it's because he site searched and built a lab, and I was right, there's a lab there, and we're going to try and keep that province and get, we really want Atlantis to own that province. In fact, we would like Atlantis to own all of these provinces, but Atlantis has other things going on. So that army from Malay went here and took this province from us. We lost a Sauromancer because of this, which is very upsetting. The Sauromancer looks like he's the magnet for the Mind Blast. Which is too bad. There's a lot of Mind Blasters. Oh my goodness, he routed. He routed. Oh, but he has a province to retreat to. Yeah, that's too bad. That could have been really good for us. Was he actually routing, or was he just on fire and keep distance? No, he actually routed. That's really too bad. There's a lot of losses that could have been realized there. Looks like we get attacked from Ulm. That's good. These Zweihanders we can't do much about. 21 protection with a huge greatsword. Very strong units. Yeah, let's go counterclockwise. Utgard attacking with a raid. Let's just see what the werewolf has got going on. So, the Grey Lord, interesting. And the werewolf has 2 Frostbrands. But he's blood 2, which means he's a native blood 3. Oh boy, I wish this guy had blood hunt. These guys have built-in blood searcher. Combined with Yeah, built-in Blood Searcher combined with a Sanguine Dowsing Rod. Like, this guy could have had quite the blood economy. Looks like relatively little action here in Utgard's front. Oh, Yeoman's coming in. So Utgard versus Pangea. So this guy is going to self-buff Barkskin. Very good. Quicken Self. Nice. Moss Body. So this is a pretty good set of cross paths. I would have liked to see Liquid Body, but I can see the hesitation behind catching that. But yeah. So also 2 Frostbrands, 1 Frostbrands. These guys don't have shields, so it's not a big deal. If your Thug had a built-in shield, you might not want to do that. Yeoman versus Utgard. So why does he lose this one? Is it because this guy's isolated and isn't going to be protected by his own troops? Liquid Body. Oh. No. So it's on attack rear. Must be a HP route. Yeah, because this Thug should have been able to beat everyone. Yeah, just an HP route. Is that a bug? No, Scrotty killed 9. Nice. So how's the trading here? He did kill the 2 commanders. If he hadn't routed, it would have been a win. But these units are all pretty expensive, so using 11 of them is a lot. The Shark Tribe Warriors are similarly expensive as are the commanders, but the rest of these troops are super cheap. So it's not really costing Yeoman anything to field that army. The damage against Pangea, killed 10 PD, not bad. Looks like this province got lost to an event. Okay. So, Bogarus attacked Atlantis and won. So Atlantis must have been sieging this. And there's going to be some air elementals coming in. Now, this guy's the god, so he's going to put up Wailing Winds. But he's kitted out like he's going to fight. Okay. So the Wailing Winds goes up. He's got the shock resistance. The trouble is he's not size 6, so he's going to get trampled. Yeah, air elementals are ethereal. It's their primary defense. So magic weapons is a good counter to that. Unfortunately, a lot of air elementals is still a lot of damage, especially when it's trampling through these guys. Really, the thing you would have wanted is quickening. Would have helped. The god is still asleep, so the lines get encircled. That's not good. The flagellants all have blood vengeance, so they're not total garbage, actually. The god is still asleep. Out of Jam is still asleep. This Wailing Wind is doing its job yet. I mean, these guys are even starving. If he had more stuff, this probably could have been a win. Like, they're already taking a massive morale hit because of the starving. But also they're already high morale units, so it's hard to say. Morale plays are finicky business, like Wailing Winds. One of the best spells in the game. Or rather, I guess most on meta spells in the game. Okay, so Stone Skin, so he's got self buffs now. So he should have done Iron Skin, but he does Stone Skin instead. He's still asleep. Need to see Temper Flesh next. Yeah. Okay. It's hard because because he's only Earth 1, so these buffs actually take a lot of fatigue out of him. And he runs, and he escapes. We will confirm this. Yes, he escapes. Thank goodness. Lots of items on that guy. It's risky bringing like a small little army like this that doesn't have mage support and then putting a lot of items on a unit, because you're risking not just the unit itself, but all the mage turns associated with the items and the gems associated with the items. Like, this is a higher commitment play. But he takes out some chaff here. These Maledruzinas are fairly expensive. The Ice Guard are pretty cheap, so are the Atlantis militia. So like this is a pretty good trade. A couple hundred gold of troops. It would have been nice for him to maintain the siege, especially with the advantage of the opponent having a starving army. You could like push the advantage a bit there. But otherwise, seems like good play. Looks like a little raid of an Angakok here. So this guy, what's he got? Liquid Body, an excellent spell. Stygian Skin, nice. So that gives natural protection against mundane 15. Quicken Self, Breath of Winter. With a gem, he could have Soul Vortex potentially. Pretty low defense skill with the Harass. But he's got a high attack skill, so his Repel is excellent. Very high attack skill, actually, especially with that enchanted pike. That's an interesting way to trick this out. Very much a repel-based thug. Cool. What do we got here? We got a scout. Oh, Yeoman just attacked with a scout. Well, yeah. Props to you for having province defense. Another small raiding party from Bogarus. Not gonna look at that. Looks like a peaceful border here. Somehow Atlantis still has this province. That's interesting. And then we go back here. So these are counter raids against Caelum, because Caelum's given up on Tianchi for the moment, because Caelum's worried about what Midgaurd is going to do to them. So yeah, basically going to have to give up some gains here in response to these attacks. Now let's see what exactly Caelum is dealing with. So Caelum's handling this relay and raid here. He's had to counter raid here. This is very small. How's that? So there's not enough PD to trigger gem usage. So it just goes with the AI script. But had there been enough PD, it would have been an two air elementals, which is definitely enough to raid. So well played here. Unfortunately, these two provinces are just going to be magnets for raiding because they're so high gold. We get a Van Hurst party here with Vans. Van Hurst with Vans 18 here takes out the PD. Earth elementals, that's sure. Rains it pours. Caelum bringing in, this is actually looking like a little bit of an army here. Like, you could do something with this. There's mages in there. I guess he's fretting about this fort. And he held this one off. Oh, okay, we'll come back to that. Looks like an actual battle. Relay raiding, Van Jarl raiding, and then Relay moved in. Van Jarl raiding, and Midgaurd moved in. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, so we've got air elementals coming in. We have some corpse constructs in the front line. We've got a hero here with earth boots, so that guy's we'll have to watch for that guy. And we have a lot of mind blasters on the other side. I think it's going to come down to anti-magic and number of troops to soak up mind blasts. So there's some air elementals coming in. Light of the Northern Star. Wailing Winds. Okay. Earthquake. So that's what this hero here is all about, is going to be doing earthquakes. But these mine burns are just a lot. So 2 earthquakes, 3 earthquakes, 4 earthquakes. There was a lot of earthquakes going on there. And this is on hold and attack rear. There's a lot of earthquakes. Relay is routed. Yeah, morale failed. Holy earthquake trap. Holy earthquake trap. And not only is that he got this around, so he's killing these troops with very few losses. Like, even awe is triggering a ton, because these guys' morale is just terrible. So they can't even attack units. Every time you see a flash during a replay on a unit screen, that's a morale failure. So let's see. 2 necromancers, okay, he loses them because necromancers don't fly. Corpse contracts, he loses them, they don't fly. Crossbows, you're gonna lose those, they don't fly. Iron crows do fly. And he lost a quarter of them. Mammoths, these things don't fly, even though this guy has wings. But they have 72 hit points, so they can handle the earthquakes. 75 units all told, most of it chaffy stuff. Relay, Illithid Lord, 11 Star Children. These assassins, okay, that's 1,000 gold right there. 2 star spawns, slow to recruit, cap only mages. Like, that's costly. And all the chaff, which has taken a little while to walk over here, for sure. Wow, very, very efficient play by Caelum. All it took was this guy earthquaking the living hell out of these troops. So what's going on here? Why does earthquake work? These guys here have low protection. And earthquake does piercing damage, I believe. Which can be negated through defense. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was a lot. That would cause a squad HP rout for sure. This guy should be fatigued out. Yep. Yeah, that was tiring. Really cool battle from Caelum. Yeah. Let's see. I'm hoping that Pythium attacks. Sending messages. I've got a bunch of outgoing stuff, sending all my resources out every turn. Got to send earth to Caelum, air to Caelum, water to Atlantis, burning pearl to Atlantis for his thugs, and blood slaves always go to Utgard. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's check out one more turn. I got that in me. I think we're on turn 36. Okay, another stack of death gems. CDN Panther puts up Illwinter. So this is good for us. It's going to suck for me. But Utgard's Illwinter cast means that we're going to get cold scales. And we have multiple cold-powered units. With Atlantis and with Caelum. There's those guys both have troops with ice power. So they're kind of the opposite of me. Searching for sites. I don't forgot to check that. We got a hag. What? Really? This guy must be a worthy hero. Body armor, like mirror armor for the magic resist? Missile protection for the air shield? Yeah. Okay. Twiceborn, so he's not worried about him at all. And he's got a ton of air gems. So air elemental rating. It's pretty straightforward. That's actually a pretty costly investment to take a province. The Van Jarl would have been cloud trapezed in from somewhere, popping into some PD. This should be a win for the Van Jarl. Maybe not. There is some mage support. So, Glamours popped. 8 hit points. Oh, and there's crossbows. So it's just the air shield that's saving him. You would have like 40%. What's the air shield do? 80%. So only 1 out of 5 of these things hit. Mistform is reducing the damage to 1. Oh, but he's down to 3 hit points. Yeah. Yeah, that's too much. Can't do that. Can't do that. Crossbows versus Glamour are the way to go. Okay, I took back problems with no defense. No events this turn. That's nice. Just just Earth Gnomes and like Throne of Gaia events. Okay, so Vedheim coming in here with a little raiding party. That's fine. Bogarus, not Bogarus, this is Vedheim here, bringing a god in with a Dust Dagger. This thing's tricked out for war. It really is. Reinvigoration 3, coming from the boots. The armor is making him pretty tough because his natural protection isn't that great. Yeah, decent magic resistance. Like not an amazing chassis, but like useful. Like, and it is only size 4, so I could trample it down. But yeah, against PD, not a problem at all. Plus he's immortal too. Right? This is what Utgard has, CDN Panther. So a little raid here, a little something something. So even with the Mind Blasters, these guys are going to be able to hack it. I could have had them bless one another, give themselves a little reinvigoration and magic resistance, but I kind of assumed that that first volley of skeletons was going to be more important. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, these units do recover fatigue while they're paralyzed, so I don't know, it's just a delay in when they cast spells. Still waiting for this guy to come in, and he's not coming in, so we're going to meet him. I have an actual army. We're going to build a lab. We're going to have siege power. And we're going to try and fight, is the plan. Let's see what's going on with Caelum. So we took this province back. Remember the unfortunate thing last turn where this guy had a commander route, but we didn't have the retreat cut off, so he had to move his commander back in this turn. But he'll continue raiding. We're counter raiding Ulm here. Caelum has to keep busy. So Van Hurst with Vans raids. He has to defend this. He raids in here, loses a Arab Seraph to a crossbowman from the looks of things. Yeah. Gotta have a decoy for the archers. Or have your flyers jump in faster. That's a costly defense, losing 125 gold mage to take out some PD. Midgaurd attacking but was defeated. So this guy ran and had no successful retreat routes, so that's a kill. Yep. I mean, these things are expensive, but not that expensive. It's just like, but you don't really want to do it that way. Smart. Just had a scout here. So Caelum's really forced to commit with enough things to take out any of Midgard's raiding forces. So using these scouts here is pretty efficient. That's where the raiding party from the cap went. Caelum versus Independence takes it, but then the Earth Gnomes attack again. It's kind of funny. Oh, Van Jarl lost just a PD, but that's a fair bit of PD. Let's see what the kit of the Van Jarl was. We already know the script. So this is for repel. So a larger amount of PD would not work because his defense would go to 0. That's unfortunate. Other than that, looks pretty calm. Oh, lost another province. Tianqi still pushing out from his cap here. I don't think this is anything of note. No, this is just some troops with a few mages in support. Yeah, just a little bit of mage support. Nothing serious. Okay, so Tianqi's taking back some land. Things are dead calm in the Atlantis front. Looks like fine men are sieging up this province. Oh, not dead calm. Look at this. So the thug goes on land. This guy's got a trait. It's valor. Nice. Liquid body, stitching skin, cooking self. Breath of the wild. Breath of winter, rather, to freeze things. They don't really deal with chip damage that well, but so the liquid body, it's just that the barbs hit so hard. Ring of Regen would be nice on these guys to get a few hit points per turn. Even if it's only 2. Could probably take a bless just for the Angakocks. Oh. Ryujin coming in here. So, of course, this party is big enough that it doesn't have any problems taking out the PD. But then the Ryujin comes in, but oh, he's scripted to run. What is he scripted to? He's scripted to run. It's just scripted to retreat. Interesting. Those are the Hag TP'd. Not onto any units in particular, which is interesting. That's just Earth Gnomes. That's fine. I'll ignore that. This is going to be a thing. Yeah, looks like Utgard's got some things going on here. Sorry, Utgard's bringing out water elementals. Didn't expect this. Lesser water elementals from the water ones. These guys are in fire and keep distance, which will allow them to easily retreat off the battlefield. And then the Zweihanders are the ones that take the most amount of casualties. Yeah. So really not much here, fair bit here. It's just, this is like, these things are 50 gold a pop, right? So this is actually a huge commitment. Huge commitment. Every 10 is 500. Yeah, that's a really big army. And it's starving. That's really not ideal. A smaller army would be much better. Like, what is this? What is this guy doing that he succeeded here? Quicken self. Liquid body. Change shape. Yeah, so regenning for 6 per tick. Yeah, you're just gonna slaughter. Absolutely slaughter things. Fair enough. But like, look at how efficient that was. If this had been split in 2, it wouldn't be starving right now, and these units wouldn't be getting diseases. What's going on here? Okay. It's just a large army raiding into here. It's independence. Oh, this province hasn't been taken yet. Arena? Quite nice. Quite nice. And yeah, looks like there might be a little action. Let's cover one more turn and then I'm going to call it. 36, this will be 37. I don't have turn 37. I'm really sorry, guys. Yeah, I guess I'll call the episode there. Sorry, I must have not saved the game at the time. So we'll catch back up on turn 38.